हेलो चेक 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 1 2 3 चेक 1 2 3 चेक 1 2 3 चेक 1 2 3
ਡੱਕ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਵਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੈ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਮਿੱਠੇ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਮਾਲ ਵੇਦੇ ਜੱਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਲੰਡੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜੀਪਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਿੱਠੇ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਕੀਨ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਹੈ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਤਲੀ ਤੇ ਚੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੈ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਦੁਆਬੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਪੈਣ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਅੱਖ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ਾਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੁੱਟਦੇ ਆ ਨੱਡੀਆਂ ਮੱਲਮ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੂ ਤੇਰੇ ਦਿਲੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਸੱਟ ਤੇ ਨੀ ਲੱਭਦੀ ਫਿਰੇਂਗੀ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਜੱਟ ਹੋਣੇ ਕੱਪ ਤੇ ਉੱਠਦੇ ਨੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਦੀ ਕਬੱਡੀ ਤੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਅੱਖ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਸੁਰਮੇ ਨਾ ਲੱਦੀ ਅੱਲੜਾਂ ਨੇ ਪੁੱਛਦੀਆਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਰੂਟ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਤੜਕੇ ਸਮਾਦ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਗੱਡੀ ਨਿਖੜੇ ਰਿੱਕੀ ਖਾਣ ਵਰਗੇ ਹੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਖਬਰ ਝੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੈ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਹੋ ਕਰਮਾ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਗੇੜਾ ਨੀ ਪੁਆਵਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸੀਏ ਕਿ ਦਿਲ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਪੈਲੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਲ ਹੱਥ ਅੰਬਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੀ ਕਈਆਂ ਲਈ ਵਕੇਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਸਦੇ ਓਲਡ ਮਨੀਆ ਰੱਖੀ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਕੋਠੀ ਮੀਂਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੈ ਜੇ ਦਿਸੇ ਸ਼ਿਮਲੇ ਦੀ ਚੋਟੀ ਕੱਲੀ ਕੱਲੀ ਪੈੜ ਤੇਰੀ ਪਊ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਚ ਨੀ 25 ਦਾ ਕਿੱਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਓ ਗੱਲ ਮਾੜੀ ਮੋਟੀ ਤੂੰ ਰੌਲੇ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਵਰਗੀ ਹੈਦਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਨੱਪ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੈ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨੱਤੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਪੱਟ ਲੈਣਗੇ
Hello, hello, check 1 2 3. Hello, check, 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 sound check 1 2 3. Hello, check, sound check 1 2 3. Hello, sound check, sound check. Hello, 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 check, check 1 2 3. Hello, check 1 2 3. Hello, check 1 2 3. Hello, please mute your all cell phones during the debate. Thank you. Just checking sound, checking sound. Hello, just checking sound. Hello, hello.
ਮੈਂ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਇਹ ਦੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਾਸ ਯਾਰ ਬੇਲੀ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਤੂੰ ਚਿੱਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਪਾਲਦੀ ਸੀ ਕੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੋਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਢੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਓ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਦਾ ਬਾਸ ਓ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਫੀਲਿੰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਤੂੰ ਭੁੱਲਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਯਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੁੱਟੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹਾਰ ਆਊਗੀ ਨਾਲੇ ਚੇਤੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਾਰ ਆਊਗੀ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੈਗ ਪੁੱਗ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਸਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪੈਣਗੇ ਭੁਲੇਖੇ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਦੂਰੀ ਜਾਣੀ ਨਾ ਜਾਈ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਐਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਨੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਫਰਮੈਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਵੱਟਾਂ ਵਾਲੀ ਪੱਗ ਬੰਨਦਾ ਮੂਨ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ਼ਾਰਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਖਦੀ ਸੀ ਬਾਂਹ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਜੱਟਾ ਪੀਸ ਚੰਨ ਦਾ ਉਹੀ ਚੰਨਿਆ ਬਠਿੰਡੇ ਚੜਦਾ ਜੋ ਤੇਰੇ ਚੜਦਾ ਸਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਦੱਸ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਰਹਿ ਗਈ ਕੀ ਕਮੀ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਫੁੱਲ ਕੇਰ ਕਰੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਕੈਸਾ ਜੱਟ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕੇ ਗਈ ਕਪਤਾਨ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਹੱਟੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੌਂਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਉਸੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਦੀਵਾ ਬਾਲ ਕੇ ਗਈ ਮੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਬੇਲੀ ਤਾਨੇ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਪੀ ਕੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਖਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੋਤਲ ਫਰੀ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਓ ਟਾਪ ਸਰਦਾਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਪੂ ਦਾ ਏ ਨਾਂ ਪੁੱਤ ਹੋਇਆ ਆਮ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਹਾਰ ਕੇ ਜਿਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ ਦੱਸੇ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਬਟਾਲਵੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੁੰਡੀ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਠੇਡੇ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਆਓ ਤੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪੈਰ ਕੱਢ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੱਟ ਪਿੱਲਾ ਮਰਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੱਟ ਪਿੱਲਾ ਮਰਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਬੰਕ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿਮਲਾ ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੈਮੀਨਾਰ ਆਈ ਘਰੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਟਾਈਟੈਨਿਕ ਦੇ ਪੋਜ਼ ਤੇਰੇ ਫੇਵਰਿਟ ਉਹ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਸੀ ਸਨ ਰੂਫ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਨਿੱਤ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਸੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਕਲਾਸ ਤੋਂ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਮਾਰਨਿੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਗੁੱਡ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੱਟ ਪਿੱਲਾ ਮਰਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੱਟ ਪਿੱਲਾ ਮਰਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਸੂਟ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਸੀ ਰੰਗ ਢੇਲੀ ਪੁੱਛਦੀ ਦੇਖਿਓ ਮਨਾਉਂਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਰਜਨ ਸਹੇਲੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹੋ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਰੁੱਸਦੀ ਉਹ ਬਿੱਲ ਨੇ ਗਵਾ ਕੰਟੀਨ ਦੇ ਵਿਦ ਟਿਪ ਤਾਰੇ ਨੋਟਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਲੱਡ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੱਟ ਪਿੱਲਾ ਮਰਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੱਟ ਪਿੱਲਾ ਮਰਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਸੀਨ ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਚੇਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਚੋਰੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੋਸਟਲ ਆਉਣ ਦਾ ਵਾਰਡਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਗਾਲਾਂ ਵਾਲੀ ਵਾਰਨਿੰਗ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਥਾਣੇ ਪੈਰ ਪਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਤਾਈਂ ਬਾਪੂ ਟੋਟ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਕੱਢੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਰੱਜ ਜਾਣ ਤੇ ਛਿੜਕਦੀ ਫਿਰੇ ਸ਼ਨੈਲਾ ਤੂੰ ਨਿਕਾਲ ਜਿਉਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਲੈਫਟ ਸਾਈਡ ਠੋਡੀ ਤੇ ਬਲੈਕ ਤਿਲ ਨੀ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਆਇਆ ਦਿਲ ਨੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਓਏ ਹੋਏ ਜੱਚਦੀ ਏ ਭਾਲੀ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਐਨਕ ਜੀ ਕਾਲੀ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਦਿਨ ਦਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਜਮਾ ਨਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੋ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੋ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਓਏ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ ਟਾਊਨ ਤੂੰ ਕਰਾ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਡਾਊਨ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਨਾਕਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਟਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੋ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੋ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਓਏ ਹੋਏ ਨਖਰਾ ਜਨਾਬ ਕਰੇ ਸਿਫਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਵੈਸ ਵੈਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਗੀਤ ਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੋ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੋ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਬਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਓਏ ਹੋਏ ਓ ਹੈਂਡਸਮ ਜੱਟਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਭੁੱਲੇਗਾ ਰਕਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਖੱਬੀ ਖਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਸਮ ਜੱਟਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਭੁੱਲੇਗਾ ਰਕਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਖੱਬੀ ਖਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪੈਣਗੇ ਭੁਲੇਖੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਯੈਲੋ ਸੂਟ ਦੇ ਵੇ ਸਰੋਂ ਦੇ ਆ ਫੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਉਹ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਉਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਕੇ ਬਹਾਨੇ ਤੀਜੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਾਦੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਫਿਲਮ ਵਿਖਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੌਥੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਆ ਕੰਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਰਕਾਨੇ ਨੀ ਇਹ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਕੀਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਲਾ ਚਰਚਾ ਨਜਾਇਜ਼ ਦੂਰ ਦੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੋਨ ਖੜਕ ਗਏ ਟੰਬਲ ਗਿਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਾਕਾ ਜੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਪਿੰਡ ਬੁਲਾ ਲਓ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਕਾ ਜੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਕਾ ਜੀ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੋਨ ਖੜਕ ਗਏ ਟੰਬਲ ਗਿਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਾਕਾ ਜੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਪਿੰਡ ਬੁਲਾ ਲਓ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਦੇਵੇ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਕਾ ਜੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਰੁੱਸ ਗਿਆ ਚਾਚਾ ਅਮਰੀਕ ਨੀ ਨਾਲੇ ਗੁੱਸੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਮਾਮਾ ਭਰਪੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨੀ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨੀ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਨੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਫੜ ਫੜ ਫੋਨ ਡਿਲੀਟ ਕਰਾਈ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਵੇਖ ਲੈ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਸਾਈਟਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਥਣ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਲੌਂਚ ਗਈ ਆਥਣ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਲੌਂਚ ਗਈ ਫੜ ਫੜ ਫੋਨ ਡਿਲੀਟ ਕਰਾਈ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਵੇਖ ਲੈ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਈ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਸਾਈਟਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਥਣ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਲੌਂਚ ਗਈ ਆਥਣ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਲੌਂਚ ਗਈ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਬਾਪੂ ਕੋਲੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਦੀ ਤਰੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡ ਖਰੜ ਟਿਕਾਣਾ ਸੰਗਰੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਗੀਤਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੈਂਸ ਬੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੋਟੋ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਜਾਣਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ ਗੀਤਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੈਂਸ ਬੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੋਟੋ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਜਾਣਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੱਗੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਵੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਧੱਕਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਥੋੜਾ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਲੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਦੀ ਰੋਵਾਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਹੋਵੇ ਦੱਸ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਖਲੋਵਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ
Welcome everyone. We are just waiting for other candidates. Whenever they are here, we'll start the debate at 11:50. Thank you so much.
ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਵੇਖ ਗਈ ਤੂੰ ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਨੋਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਟਰੰਕ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਲਾਗੀ ਕਲੰਕ ਵੇਖ ਗਈ ਤੂੰ ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਨੋਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਟਰੰਕ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਲਾਗੀ ਤੂੰ ਕਲੰਕ ਹੁਣ ਦਾਗ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਦੀ ਚਾਦਰ ਤੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਦਾਗ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਦੀ ਚਾਦਰ ਤੋਂ ਦੱਸ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸਰਫ ਨਾਲ ਧੋਵਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਦੀ ਰੋਵਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਈਕੋ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਤੁਰ ਗਈ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਦੇਸ਼ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਗਰਿਕ ਤੇਰੀ ਨਾਨੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਗਈ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਈਕੋ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਤੁਰ ਗਈ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦਾ ਨਾਗਰਿਕ ਤੇਰੀ ਨਾਨੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਗਈ ਜੋ ਦੁੱਖ ਬੈਸ ਬੈਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਗਈ ਜੋ ਦੁੱਖ ਬੈਸ ਬੈਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਗਈ ਦੱਸ ਜੱਗ ਤੋਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲਕੋਵਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਦੀ ਰੋਵਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਕਾਰ ਦੇ
Bobby.
ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਰਾਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਨਾ ਜਾਣ ਜਾਣ ਖੜੀਏ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਅਸੂਲ ਬਿਨਾ ਗੱਲ ਤੋਂ ਨਾ ਲੜੀਏ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਰਾਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਨਾ ਜਾਣ ਜਾਣ ਖੜੀਏ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਅਸੂਲ ਬਿਨਾ ਗੱਲ ਤੋਂ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਜੇ ਖੰਗੇ ਲਵੇ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਜੇ ਪੱਗੇ ਚੜ ਤੇਰੀ ਦੇ ਲਫੜੇ ਉਸੇ ਥਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੁੱਛ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੱਜ ਕਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੋਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੁੱਛ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੱਜ ਕਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੋਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੁੱਛ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੱਜ ਕਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੋਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੁੱਛ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੱਜ ਕਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੋਤਾ ਮੱਝ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਹੈ ਨੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਟੌਰ ਤਬਾਹੀ ਹੈ ਦੇਖ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਗਵਾਹੀ ਹੈ ਦੇਖ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਗਵਾਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਖੱਬੀ ਖਾਨ ਫਿਰੇ ਛਿੜਕ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਲਖਾਉਂਦੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੁੱਛ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੱਜ ਕਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੋਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੁੱਛ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੱਜ ਕਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੋਤਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਬੈਸ ਬੈਸ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਕਦੇ ਵਾਉਣੀ ਐ ਫੂਕਣੀਆਂ ਹਿੱਕਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈਡ ਵੀ ਪਗਾਉਣੀ ਐ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਬੈਸ ਬੈਸ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਕਦੇ ਵਾਉਣੀ ਐ ਫੂਕਣੀਆਂ ਹਿੱਕਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈਡ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹਾ ਸੰਗਰੂਰ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕ ਗਰੂਰ ਐ ਚ ਸਾਡਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਸੂਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਆਓ ਗੌਲਦਾ ਨੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਤੋੜ ਕੇ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਟੇਵੇ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਗੌਲਦਾ ਨੀ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਤੋੜ ਕੇ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਟੇਵੇ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਡ੍ਰੀਮ ਲੈਣ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਏ ਨਿਖਾਬ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਚੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਈ ਚੋਪਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਚੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਈ ਚੋਪਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਆਓ ਵੀਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਬਾਈ ਬਾਈ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਝੰਡੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਦੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਚੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਈ ਚੋਪਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਆਓ ਗੋਲੀ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਆ ਗਈ ਆ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਸੁਣੀ ਦੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਬੋਲਦੀ ਆ ਵੋਟ ਸੁਣੀ ਦੀ ਚਿੜੀਏ ਹਵਾਵਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੇਲਦੀ ਫਿਰੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵਿਰਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਸੁਣੀ ਦੀ ਟੇਡਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਫਿੱਟ ਤੇਰੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਚੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਈ ਚੋਪਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਚੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਈ ਚੋਪਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਆਓ ਰੈੱਡ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਪੱਗ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਅਲੱਗ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਫੀਲਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦਾ ਨਾਰਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੀਂਦਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਠੱਗ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਮਾਝੇ ਤੋਂ ਦੁਆਬੇ ਤੱਕ ਫੁੱਲ ਚੜ੍ਹਤਾ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਸਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਚੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਈ ਚੋਪਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਚੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਗਈ ਚੋਪਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜੱਟੀਏ ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੂੰ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ
ਕੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਆਇਆ ਜਿੱਦਣ ਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਜੱਟਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ
ਦੁੱਖ ਦੱਖ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਲੱਗਣੇ ਬੜਾ ਸੋਚ ਕੇ ਆ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਮਿਲਾਇਆ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਹੇ ਤਾਰੇ ਤੋੜ ਚੁੰਨੀ ਚ ਜੜਾ ਦਿਆਂ ਨੀ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸ ਕਾਦੀ ਭਾਲੇ
ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਫਿਰ ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ
ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਫਿਰ ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ
ਹਾਂ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੀ ਨੀ ਸੋਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਤੇਰੇ ਲਿੰਕ ਆਵੇਂ ਜਾਵੇਂ ਜਿੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਸਲਾਮਾਂ ਵੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਤੂੰ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਨਾ ਵੇ
ਆਓ ਮੜਕਾ ਨਾ ਤੁਰੀਏ ਨੀ ਕੱਟ ਤੁਰੀਏ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੱਠੀ ਮੱਠੀ ਚਾਲ
ਹਾਂ ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਫਿਰ ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ
ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਬਾਹਲੀ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਫਿਰ ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ ਨੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਮੇਜ ਕਲੀਨ ਕੋਰੇ ਕਾਗਜ਼ ਜਹੀ
ਗੁਣਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆ ਭਰਿਆ
ਉਹ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਮੁੱਖ ਰੱਖੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ
ਤੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਤੋਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਦਾ ਕਰਿਆ
ਉਹ ਤੇਰੇ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਸੱਚ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਉੱਠਦਾ ਖਿਆਲ
ਹਾਂ ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ
ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਬਾਹਲੀ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ ਮਾੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੇ ਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਅੱਖ ਟਿਕੀ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ
ਕੋਈ ਤੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਸੰਦ ਤੇਰੀ ਦਾ
ਲੱਖਾਂ ਅਲੜਾਂ ਦਾ ਜੱਟ ਆ ਡਰੀਮ ਗੋਰੀਏ
ਸ਼ਿਕਾਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਮੰਗੂ ਮੇਰੀ ਦਾ
ਆਹ ਸੈਂਪਲ ਵਾਲਾ ਵੀ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਕੱਟ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਲਿਖਦਾ ਕਮਾਲ
ਹਾਂ ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਫਿਰ ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ
ਕਹਿਣ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਬਾਹਲੀ ਜੱਚਦੀ
ਫਿਰ ਖੜੀ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੱਟ ਨਾਲ ਕਈ ਐਂਟੀ ਥੜੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਡਿਫੈਂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਬੇ ਦੀ ਐ ਮੇਰ ਕੰਮ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਏ ਐਂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਐਂਟੀ ਥੜੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਡਿਫੈਂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਬੇ ਦੀ ਐ ਮੇਰ ਕੰਮ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਏ ਐਂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਾਰੋਬਾਰ ਭਾਵੇਂ 12ਵੀਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਐ ਦਿਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਲੁੱਟਣੇ ਲਈ ਨਾਰਾ ਚ ਲੜਾਈ ਐ ਆਰਮੀ ਕਲਰ ਲੰਡੀ ਜੀਪ ਵੀ ਖੜਾਈ ਐ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਚੜਾਈ ਐ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਚੜਾਈ ਐ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਚੜਾਈ ਐ ਅਸਲ ਵਡਾਈ ਐ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ
So we'll be closing the food station in about 10 minutes. If anybody wants to have snacks or tea, please, you can have it now.
Check, check, check.
ਜੱਬ ਚ ਵੜ ਗਿਆ ਪੱਬ ਚ ਤੇ ਅਸਲਾਏ ਡੱਬ ਚ ਦਬਿਆ ਨੀ ਜੱਟ ਬਿੱਲਾ ਪਏ ਕਿਸੇ ਜੱਬ ਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਜੱਬ ਚ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਠਹਿਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਛੱਡਦਾ ਨੀ ਪੈਰ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਵਾਧੂ ਪੈਸਾ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਚ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਚ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਕਹਿਣ ਬੈਲੀ ਕਈ ਸ਼ਕੀਨ ਕਹਿਣ ਜੱਟ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖਾਂ ਚ ਵਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਦਨਾਲੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੱਟ ਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਕਹਿਣ ਬੈਲੀ ਕਈ ਸ਼ਕੀਨ ਕਹਿਣ ਜੱਟ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖਾਂ ਚ ਵਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਦਨਾਲੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੱਟ ਨੂੰ ਦਨਾਲੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੱਟ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਬਾਬਾ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਏ ਪੈਜ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਜਾਇਜ਼ ਵੋਟੇ ਰਫਲ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਚ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਚ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਐ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਨੀ ਬਾਰਬੀਕਿਊ ਚੋਂ ਲੰਮੀ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਫਲੇਮ ਨੀ ਮਹਿਫਲ ਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਐ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਨੀ ਬਾਰਬੀਕਿਊ ਚੋਂ ਲੰਮੀ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਫਲੇਮ ਨੀ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਫਲੇਮ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਫੁੱਲ ਵੈਰੀਆਂ ਨਾ ਵੈਰ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੰਨੇ ਖੈਰ ਸੁੱਖ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੱਜੇ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਮੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ ਆਹ ਗੱਲ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਦੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੋਰੀਏ
Hello.
I will really like everyone to be seated, please. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਰਖਾਸਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਓ so that ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਬੇਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ hello everyone thank you so much for coming to this debate. First of all, I welcome you all. As you may all know or may not, my name is Shavi Singh, representing BTV Broadcasting, and BTV Broadcasting and Punjabi Radio, Gurbani Radio is organizing this debate so that our viewers, including all the Ward 5 residents, should be clear of voting who, because Ward 5 is one of the main ward, we can say, in the city of Calgary, and we have a lot of questions to ask to our candidates, to our councillors. So this is the time to ask them. This is the time when they are coming to your door for door knocking, and when they are presenting you with their ideas, their vision. I think this is the time. So you should ask all the candidates what vision they have for you, for your kids, for everything. So today we will try to ask them questions, ask them whether they have the vision for you all. So how excited are you, if I may ask you? Are you excited? आवाज नहीं आई. Thank you. So this debate will be conducted in English, and we will try to translate your comments or questions if you have. If you're asking in Punjabi or Hindi or Urdu or any other language, we'll try to translate that for our candidates. So first of all, to start this debate, let me welcome all the honorable candidates we have today. So we'll start from the sequence of the last names. So I will invite Raj Taliwal Saab first with some claps. Thank you, buddy. Gurpreet Tillo, number 2, to sit on number 2. Tariq Khan Saab on number 3. Reet Mushiana at number 4. Jigar Patel Saab on number 5. Harry Purba Saab. ਤਾੜੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਦੀ ਮਾਰ ਦਿਓ. ਤਾੜੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਚ ਮਾਰਨੀ ਆਪਾਂ. ਤਾੜੀਆਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ. I think Aryan Sadat Saab is missing right now, so he may join us later, but we have to start the debate on time. So we will be starting our round soon, so everyone will be given the amount of time. So there are certain rules and regulations to conduct this debate. So I'll request Bobby Paji to give them mics. So big round of applause for Bobby Paji as well. He's our technical giant in Calgary and running Gurbani Radio 24/7. You can listen his radio on in the cars as well. So mic ho gaye ji on saaryan de. Okay, so just to let you know, guys, we are already live on more than 10 platforms right now. So whatever platform you think is good for you, you can share it on your page. We are live on IPTV right now. We are live on BTV Broadcasting's Apple, Android apps, radio app. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, website, and many other streams. So feel free to share that on your any of your page as well. Okay, so we are just testing their voice and we'll begin the debate very shortly. I will just ask one question to everyone, starting from Harry Paji. Paji, are you comfortable? Comfortable? Jigar bhai, you comfortable? Yeah, all right. Riji, comfortable? Very nice. Tariq Khan Saab? And test bhi naal ho raha? Gurpreet ढिल्लों साहब? Raj Saab, comfortable? Very nice. So we have a very colorful combination of colors, I will say, in candidates as well. As the Ward 5 is also very multicultural, we all know. So we'll start with the debate very soon. But before that, I would like to invite Gurbachan Brar Saab on stage so that you all know rules and regulations of this debate. So with some round of applause, please.
Check. Can you hear me?
Check.
Hello, check.
Mic test.
Check.
Good afternoon. Welcome everyone. So we
Hello.
have some-
Hello.
Hello. So we have rules here set for the candidates and the audience. So listen, first of all, cell phone please put on silent mode. ਸਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਆ ਉਹ ਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ, ਆਸੇ ਪਾਸੋਂ ਕਰਵਾ ਲਓ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ. So each candidate will be given 90 seconds for the opening remarks and 90 seconds to answer the questions of the panel. Audience public questions will be answered in 90 seconds per candidate. Closing remarks will be limited to 90 seconds. Every speech will be limited up to 90 seconds. A timer will be visible on stage and moderators will enforce time limit strictly. 90 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਹੀ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਹਰੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਹੈ. Candidates 80 seconds, after 80 seconds when somebody will be answering the question, the buzzer will start buzzing and he or she will have to finish that answer within 90 seconds. Candidates must not interrupt each other. Personal attacks, offensive language, or disrespect towards other candidates, moderators, or the audience will not be tolerated. The moderator has the authority to cut off microphones if rules are violated. All panel questions are prepared by the organizers based on the real facts, practical circumstances, and the public issues as identified by the residents of Ward 5. All candidates will have equal opportunity to respond to the same question. Audience results will be pre-screened by moderators for fairness and relevance. Applause is welcome, but no shouting, heckling or interruptions will be allowed during candidate responses. So ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਤਾੜੀਆਂ ਮਾਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਹੂਟਮ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਜਾਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਰੌਲਾ ਗੋਲਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਣਾ please. Audience members asking live questions must keep them short, 30 seconds or less and respectful. ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਪਰਚੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਲਿਖ ਕੇ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ, ਉਹ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੈਨਲ ਕੋਲ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੁੱਛੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੋਣਗੇ, those will be asked to the candidates. As a full disclosure to the candidates, audience and supporters, as the organizers of this debate, we confirm that this debate is being broadcast, telecast live unedited and without cuts as it is happening in the hall. Moderators will have final authority on timekeeping, fairness, and conduct. Any candidate or audience member who repeatedly violates the rules may be asked to leave the stage or venue. So these are the rules we have to follow. So let us start with the opening remarks or the introduction. So I will request first of all Mr. Raj Thaliwal within 90 seconds to give his introduction, please.
Yeah, no, thank you. First of all, I would like to start by acknowledging that we are gathered here on the Treaty 7 lands, traditional lands of Treaty 7 people, Métis Nation Region 3. And I, as an immigrant, is always thankful to the First Nations for sharing this land with me. My name is Raj Thaliwal, and I also want to thank the organizers today for putting this debate. Thank you to all the candidates who have shown up today for this debate. I'm Raj Thaliwal. I was elected in 2021. The reason I started in 2021 was because I felt we were getting ignored at the City Hall. For the last 4 years, they haven't been able to ignore us. You know why? Simple reason. Because of the strong voice I have been there, fighting each day, every second of my day for Ward 5. Making sure we get what we deserve. Enough of us driving their taxis, working at their fast foods. This is our time. This is now, and this is what we have done in the last 4 years. We have delivered Northeast Athletic Complex. We have made sure that we have created jobs through bringing Costco here. We have made sure Country Hills is moving along. We have made sure that we have a Skyview Library for our kids, Cornerstone Regional Park, more bus transit. All possible because I was able to fight for Northeast, fight for Ward 5, growing up in these communities. Firsthand, I knew our problems. I want to continue fighting for our kids, our families. You know why? Because they deserve more, and I will be their strong voice for you. Thank you.
Now the second one, Mr. Gurpreet Dhillon.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Gurpreet Dhillon, and I'm running to be your councillor in Ward 5. I'm not just familiar with Ward 5, I'm rooted in it. I came to Canada at the age of 16 after a tragic loss of my parents. I came with grief, uncertainty, but I also came with the values that my father lived by every day: honesty, humility, and service. With that chaos that followed, it was this very community that held me up. That experience didn't just shape me, it gave me purpose. I've served as a community peace officer, correctional officer, and caseworker. I've walked these streets, listened at doorsteps, and listened to Ward 5 people. I look at Ward 5 through every lens, navigating as a kid through grief, and as a peace officer, serving Calgarians, listening to thousands of them every day, and now as a father, raising my very own family in this very neighborhood. Ward 5 gave me...
Thank you. So, Mr. Tariq Khan.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, BTV and Gurbani Radio, for giving us the opportunity. My name is Tariq Khan, and I'm running to be your councillor in Ward 5. I've been living in this ward over 28 years, and I've seen each and every day that, especially last 4 years, the services are completely declining. We are living in a vulnerable situation. If you go to see our infrastructure, our road infrastructures, our safety, our kids are not safe anymore. People are living in a vulnerable situation by thinking about that when their kids go to school, whether they come back safe or not. You can see that the Buzurg, they're sitting around the parks. Nobody is taking care of them. We have lack of facilities, starting from recreational centers. There is only Genesis Center which cannot, it's overcrowded. And $500 million spending on the arena with this council, not acceptable. I would say that would have been come to the Ward 5 in different areas of Calgary. But I would do that as your upcoming councillor. I will bring all that fair funding up here. We will stop tax hikes, and especially whatever we are challenges facing together, we will work together to overcome with that. Thank you.
Thank you. So the next, Reet Moshiana.
Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, and Assalamu Alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to BTV and Gurbani 102.7 for organizing this debate. My name is Reet Moshiana. I was raised in Martindale, Castle Ridge, and Falcon Ridge, and I went to Crossing Park School. Ward 5 is my home. This is where my roots are. I founded the In Memory of Ronak Foundation after the loss of my daughter to support families who were going through the hardest times of their lives. That experience taught me 3 things: compassion, resilience, and the importance of action. That's what true leadership is. Families in Ward 5 are struggling with the rising costs, unsafe streets, and services that do not match our growth. My priorities are simple: affordability, safety, and infrastructure. That's why I will freeze property taxes until a full audit of city spending is complete to make sure waste is cut, essentials are funded, and money stays in the pockets of residents. If elected, I would be the first female, first-generation Canadian councillor for Ward 5.
Thank you. So we have next Jigar Patel.
Hello, namaste, sasrikal, everyone. Thank you to BTV and all the viewers and who came here. So my name is Jigar Patel, and I provide safety and security devices to all over Alberta here. And so we have seen not much happening in our Ward 5 as compared to the other wards, because I go all over the city every day, and we need more fair share for Ward 5, and we need to improve our streets like Métis and 60th Street and 36th Street. And I will work with this police and the community as a link between them to make our ward more safe. Because safety is our priority first. Once we are safe, then everything can grow easily. And that's all for me.
Thank you. So we have now Harry Purba.
Good morning, Sat Sri Akal, everyone. Salam. My name is Engineer Harry Singh Purba. My wife, she is a teacher. My sons, one is a doctor and one is an engineer. And I worked in the Punjab State Electricity Board for many years before coming to Canada as an S2 and senior XN. And when I came here, so I only had like 14 years of job, and I came here for a good system. And in the beginning, the system was very good. I was enjoying it, but for the past few years, the system is not good. The governing system, Canadian system, we are very unsafe now. There is no cleanliness here. I feel that we are getting ignored by the city, and our ward is not safe anymore. We have a lot of property taxes, and we have an insurance problem also, and our youth is frustrated, and there are so many bad things happening in our ward. Our community is getting down now, reputation is getting down now, and so that's why I came here for a good system, but when I'm seeing that the system is not good anymore, so I decided to run for the council elections. So my target is, my mission is to safeguard the Ward 5, to engage our youth so that they can become good citizens.
Thank you. So Arya Sadat confirmed with us, but I don't know, he's missing now. Okay. So, एक गल होर दसा तुहानू कि जिहड़े washroom हैगे आ, just go outside and left for men and right on for the women, and we have exit over here, emergency exit on the left side. So now let's go to the panel. First of all, we have with us our panelist, Dr. Seva Singh Premi. Dr. Seva Singh Premi is the president of the Indo-Canadian Community Association and has been serving Calgary communities for over 27 years. A former officer with the Indian Navy and Merchant Navy, he has dedicated himself to the voluntary social service and notary work since 1998. He has authorized 2 books and received multiple awards and an honorary doctorate for his contributions. So let us have a lot of applause. Our second panelist is a renowned lawyer, Taranjeet Singh Aujla. So Mr. Aujla is a senior partner of Reliance Legal Group LLP with over 17 years of legal practice in Calgary. He specialized in immigration law, He successfully represented clients at the Immigration Appeal Division and federal courts, and also advises on real estate matters. Fluent in English, Punjabi, Hindi, and Urdu, he is dedicated to serving diverse communities. So let us have a big applause for our panelists. So now I request the panelists, over to you, please. Please start. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Today's debate questionnaire has been prepared by the organizers to facilitate each one of you to know the right candidate for the election of Councillor of Ward 5 in the upcoming term. As per my social service activities, I can say that councillor services are more or less the same, except dealing with complex problems and requirements connected directly to the constituents of that particular area. Service before self should be the motto to serve others. I believe that it will not be easy to select a suitable candidate unless they demonstrate their capability, dedication, commitment, passion, and consistency towards society by these questions. I would also like to thank BTV Broadcasting and Gurbani Radio for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this panel. Thank you. Over to my fellow panel, Taranjeet Aujla, along with first question, please.
Yeah. Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I would like to give a sincere thank you to BTV and Radio 102.7 FM for organizing this event. We believe that this is very important event for the residents of Ward 5 to listen to their candidates, to know their views, and it is an opportunity given to us as a panel member to frame some questions to our candidates so that on behalf of the residents of Ward 5, we can ask those questions, and we can just tell you that these questions are prepared by the organizers, but they have done a hard work to find out the real issues, especially Bahadur Dode and Chevy has been, gone to the residents, has been gone to the parks, has been gone and talked to the public and the voters of residents, and they have come up with some questions which are based on the real issues which the residents are facing, which the residents have shared with them. So the questions we will be asking you as the candidates, you will have your chance to share your ideas, to share your solutions, to share your views, that if one of you will get elected, how will you address those issues? How will you assure the residents of Ward 5 that this is your vision and this is how you will represent them? And in this panel, we believe that electing a municipal councillor is a big choice, is a big link between all other governments. Municipal government is a big link in the provincial government, with the city hall, with the federal government, and with many other law enforcement and regulatory agencies. So we believe that resident of Ward 5 will have this opportunity. Whoever are listening here today, or they will be listening at home through link or through their channels, this is your chance to demonstrate your skills, your knowledge, and your passion. And we appreciate your candidacy as you are coming forward to put your name for a public service. That is itself a very big, appreciable act and step you have taken.
ਜਿਹਨੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਸਵਾਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਉੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਲਿਖ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਬਾਕਸ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਉਹ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ ਪਲੀਜ਼। ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਉਹ ਪੈਨਲਿਸਟ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਗੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੁੱਛੇ ਗਏ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਉਹ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਂ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਊਗਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਾਈਕ੍ਰੋਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼, ਬੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ, ਗੋ ਹੈਡ ਪਲੀਜ਼।
So we will be asking the questions. So we are told that we will start with the first candidate and then every candidate will have the chance to answer. And then the next question we will start from this side. So we will be alternating the questions and we will start asking. So the first question is about road, transit and infrastructure facilities. And residents of Ward 5 have said and have told the panel and to the organizers that Country Hills Boulevard, Airport Trail, 36th Street and 128th Avenue, these roads are poorly maintained and there are some safety issues, there are some traffic jam issues and there are some other issues. And this is happening right now. And Raj Dhaliwal, you are the current representative of this ward. Public wants to know that what are your plans going forward that you can address these issues in a satisfactory manner for the residents of Ward 5?
No, thank you for the question, and it's a very valid question. We have 17,000 kilometers of roadways in our city. That's going to Toronto 4 times and coming back. In Ward 5, when I got elected, one of the things I saw was that there was a deficit when it came to roadway infrastructure. Perfect example is Country Hills. Now, people accuse me sometimes that Country Hills took this long because it's election year. No, because Country Hills expansion was an obligation for the developer on the north side. In 2022, they promised me that they will be moving ahead in 2023. 2023, they pulled the plug, and last year I got 19 million approved for the work. So another thing we are doing is, and we're going to make sure 60th Street is under construction. Early works are happening on that. Once 60th Street is done, there's a proposal for interchange at Airport Trail and 60th. Once 60th is done, there's a plan to expand the Airport Trail into 2 to 3 lanes. Similarly, 36th Street, because we are bringing Northeast Athletic Complex, we are bringing Costco. I've already identified to administration it's going to be a bottleneck. So what we're going to make sure is in the coming November budget, when I'm there, make sure we get that budget into our business and our capital planning, so we can proactively start working on 36 expansion. And in the future, we can recoup those funds from the developer when they come in. So my focus for last 4 years was to getting this roadway infrastructure bill. And you can also see the Stony interchange on 96. We advocated provincial government to get that done. So that's one of my priorities.
Mr. Dillon.
So, Gurpreet Dillon, please.
Let's be honest here. Ward 5 has been underlooked and has been underserved for many years. Our roads are not what it looks like for the rest of the Calgary. Our roads are poorly maintained and infrastructure is very far behind compared to the rest of the city. We need proper infrastructure audits. And those audits are going to be done in those communities that have been here for a very long time. And when it comes to the new 5 communities that are constantly drastically growing within Ward 5, we need foundation first. We need to talk to the municipal government and provincial governments to have the infrastructure laid down before we approve any new developments. We need the roads maintained. We need better transit. Our buses are overcrowded. What I want to do, I want to expand my routes for in and out of Ward 5. We need better safety on these transits. Our bus drivers are getting pepper sprayed. Our bus drivers are getting beat up. Why is that happening? Because the city is not providing the right funding and budget allocation is very poor. So to maintain those roads, we need to bring the money to Ward 5 and help our Ward 5 residents to get the infrastructure, to get those proper roads that they deserve. Thank you.
Tariq Khanji.
Thank you for the question. Actually, all of us, we are working together for the Ward 5. But it's a bureaucratic system in place in the city hall. You guys know that how it works. Even as Raj said that he has done this, so many things that he allocated budget, bringing Costco, bringing other things. My question is to Raj that all 4 years, hundreds of thousands of our cars have been broken on Country Hills. Those potholes could have been covered while they were working on the other sides. So as Dylan said that, basically we are lacking with so many things. This northeast area is completely being neglected. I was just traveling north of Meiji Trail. Actually, I was just coming and I see everybody saw that when we are putting our signboard, the grass, the cleanness, the spray, the pounds, like cleanness, city commute from Cornerstone to Redstone, Skyview, coming on 68th Street, sometimes it takes 2 hours. So there are always alternate routes. We need more proper infrastructure, and we need to raise our voice in City Council to give more budget, more policing for the safer. Our drivers are not safe. They're white collars. Most of us, they live in Northeast, Ward 5, and driving across. On the west side and the southwest side, drivers are safe. But the northeast side, they are being pepper sprayed and they are being, okay, I'll go further.
Thank you. Before Reed would start answering that question, same question will be to you as well, that what will you do to make sure to the residents that how will you address these road safety and road infrastructure issues? But before I ask you to answer this question, Tariq Khanji and all other candidates, please note that in this process, there is a chance, there is a time allocated for candidates to ask questions to other candidates. So when you are asking the questions, this is the time that you are telling the residents of Ward 5 what you will do. Okay. And there will be a time when you can ask a question to another candidate. So, Reed, your answer, please.
Families in Ward 5 are tired of patchwork repairs. On Country Hills, we saw that the same spots were being fixed again and again instead of being done properly the first time. That wastes taxpayers' money. We've also seen projects being dragged out for years with signs going up promising work, but timelines are 2028 and beyond. For example, the sign on 60th saying construction has started. It's great that the current councillor is saying next week we will be seeing machines on sites and studies are being done, but what's the timeline? When is that going to be completed and how long do we have to wait? Families deserve durable repairs, clear timelines, and accountability. No more patchwork, fix roads right the first time and on time. And I will touch base on transit as well. So transit in Northeast Calgary needs to match our growth. We have the highest ridership, but the worst service. So we need more frequent routes, and I will fight for those during peak hours and safer and brighter stations. I will also advocate and push for the Blue Line funding from the province and the federal government. Our families deserve transit that keeps up with our pace. So moving forward, Northeast has the most highest ridership, but the worst service. I'll be delivering frequent routes, and I will push for the Blue Line.
So first of all, we know that so much traffic coming along the Meiji and 60th Street, right? So my first work will be to fix that traffic lines first of all, and then bring safety to our community first, and then we'll work on more frequent buses in our area, and to rearrange the bus stops. In certain areas, it's too far for some people to reach that location. And I promise you, I won't wait for a developer to and let my ward member hit the potholes on the same spot every day. So that will be me on that.
Thank you. And Hari Korbaji.
So what I feel that the roads on the northeast side, those are not good. Take the example of airport trail. You take Stony, you exit Stony on the airport trail, you can see, oh, it's northeast, right? That's the situation there. And on the airport trail, there is no, there are no lanes, only single lane. So we have to wait for a lot of time there, and sometimes the traffic light changes all the time, and the people are stuck there. So, and plus, if you go to the 36th Street, that is also very congested, and especially in the morning. And there are the road situation is so bad there, and I feel that if I'm if I got elected with the help of people and with the communication with the people, with my public, so I will be constantly doing the follow-up with the city, and I will be with the thorough planning. So I will be widening the roads, and the potholes will be my priority, and especially and similarly for the transit also. So I will be advocating for the better and quick blue line, and then I will be reviewing the transit schedule also and their routes also, so that we don't have to wait for the buses all the time. And I will wait for the buses. I will safeguard the buses. That's my priority for.
Thank you. My question is to Gurpreet Dhillon first. We have seen there are a number of signboards on the roads, and that also is a hazard to the traffic and other things. Now, Ward 5 residents and small businesses complain about unsafe and unapproved signboards that are not regulated by the city. How would you assure the residents of Ward 5 that this issue will be resolved going forward if at all you are elected as a councillor?
So first off, temporary signs bylaw, it actually exists. There are restrictions when it comes to placing signs. Currently, I believe all councillors have placed signs on private properties. So it's not actually it's all in compliance with the temporary signs bylaw and by Elections Canada or Elections Calgary guidelines. What happens with the signage right now, the bylaw services is actually not dealing with the signs anymore. It's Calgary Parking Authority that deals with it. And we need to bring it back to the bylaw services, the community peace officers. Because the reason being, there's only one person in the city that's actually picking up all the signs off the roads. And when it comes to 311 calls, number one call or the number one log complaint is actually temporary signs. So we need to have more enforcement, more connection with the public, and also I think we lag in Northeast. There's only 3% of population who actually uses the online or any other resources like 311, 211. So that's where I want to bring more awareness, fill up the communication gaps and the tech gaps. A lot of people actually are not aware of how to report these complaints. So down the road, we're going to have better communication and better connection with the bylaw services and the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Tariq Khan, please.
Well, honestly, I do not want to repeat what he said that about signage. It's awful. It's awful when I go to the door knocking, and even those first mainstream people, I would say white people, most of them, they complain that I'm not going to vote for the guy who has that big signs. I would go to the city hall and I will request and introduce the law that there shouldn't be any sign more than 4x4, as city of Airdrie has. So 4x8 sign should be eliminated. And if any signage, more people, I will recruit more people who will take care of the signage. And they allow them, and if somebody do their business advertisement, and city should make money for that, so that can spend back to the communities. But this is they are pretending to be some time that 1 week this sign will be here for this event, and then another extending, and then tags, and this is the whole mafia. We need to finish that. You see that those builders and developers, those big signs that distract, even that is hurting our safety, our kids' safety. So I would go and pass the bylaw and eliminate these signboards. Shouldn't be there. Only the authorized companies should be there, and there should be a fee for that for the city of Calgary.
Thank you. Reet Mushana.
Illegal signs make our streets messy and unwelcoming. The solution is stricter enforcement and higher fines for the repeat offenders.
I know, I'm looking at it
The city
too,
also
right?
needs to be more... The The city also needs to be more proactive in removing them quickly instead of waiting for those 311 complaints. It's simple. Crack down, find repeat offenders, and clean signs up faster.
Thank you. Jigar Patel.
So my goal will be to use our AI and our technology system, where we have seen parking vehicles, they have a camera on the vehicle and they just detect it, right? That how they get ticket, right? So we should have the same technology, just looking at the signs, and if it's illegal on the system that is not registered, they will automatically get fined by itself. So we don't have to hire more people, we don't have to spend more money on them. It's just the same vehicle that goes for the parking, it will go same technology for the sign around the road, alongside of the road. And that will be more safer, so that people don't have to stand on that road, and it will just keep moving on that. And we can find all these repeat offenders on that. And that's all for me.
Thank you. Harry Purbai.
So that is a very good question, actually. So you can see that like if you compare Ward 5 with the other wards of the city, you can see that like only our Ward 5 has so many signs there, and there are so many rules also that before the election period you can't even have more than certain size. You can't have more than that. So the size is like 2 feet by 3 feet, right? So before election period is like starting 22nd September. So before 22nd, you can't have a 4 by 8 or 4 by 4. So in my case, my policy is I'm having a minimum signs, and I won't be having any lawn signs. So that it's better, because I feel that the more signs you have, the more you have to, first you have to install them, then you have to remove them, and then that's a pollution, right? So, that is increasing to the pollution. And my policy, like I want to decrease the pollution, end the pollution. So I'm not in favor of the signs. And so if I'm get elected, let us say, and for the next elections, I will be requesting all the candidates to, let's go as per rules only, like before the election period, minimum size of signs. And there are certain roads, for example, on the Mattis Trail, no signs are allowed there. No signs are allowed there. And we still have so many signs. And there is height restriction also. So many. Time is done.
Thank you. Raj Dhaliwal.
First, before I answer that question, I need a clarification. Are we talking about temporary signage bylaws that is promoting business or election signage?
We are talking about unapproved signboards.
Sorry?
Unapproved signboards.
Unapproved
signboards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, temporary signage bylaw is very clear that what kind of signs you can put and where. There's dimensions. So when I got elected, we had lots of signage in Settletown Circle, on Falconridge Boulevard. So I started working with our administration to make sure that we enforce our bylaw. Like Gurpreet said, initially bylaw was looking after that signage, but the problem is bylaw officers driving by, they only have a vehicle. One vehicle, how many signs they're gonna pull out? So we made the change in the bylaw. Council made the change. We gave it to our parking enforcement and mobility. So right now they're enforcing that. Just last year we moved 5,500 signs just in Ward 5. And I was talking to the president of the Saddle Ridge Community Association last weekend at the community cleanup, and he actually made a point that Raj looks much cleaner. Now elections are a different thing, right? And you cannot make a bylaw as a single person. You need 8 other councillors. And in fact, when we talk to administration, and my point was, let's ban these signages. Let's create a registry at the city where they apply, they get a ticket, they got to put a ticket on the sign, which they do now. But this signage bylaw is so tough, it went actually in Toronto, in Ontario, it went to Supreme Court. Where this instance took city to the court, saying city is creating barriers for them.
Thank you very much.
So the next question is to Tariq Khanji, and all candidates will answer this question. you all will agree that the last train station built in Ward 5 was in 2012, and now it's 2025. Since then, the population has increased more towards the north from Saddletown Circle, and this part of your residents have so many issues with effective and good use of the transit. What will you do as an elected representative to represent to the city and to Alberta government and to any other level of government to make sure that the sea train will have an expansion towards the north as it was promised since a long last many years? What will you do?
Sir, it's a very good question. To be very honest, when we are door knocking and when I go to the door, especially Cornerstone, Redstone, Skyview, those people, they are badly affected by this. So we will definitely go and negotiate with provincial government, as well as Raj said, there are 8 councillors to approve any bylaws. So we will talk to them. As I have a previous history that I founded Canada Maple Foundation, I bring all those culture under one roof. As we have a signature event on July 1st, Canada Days, and you're eyewitness for that I'm a great negotiator. I will go talk to the federal level, to the city level, to the provincial level, to bring grants for that. And we need to frequent train station to not just only that, we need to work with the city, provincial and federal to get more grants. And our green line should be the promise which that council made, and it's broken now. We need to make it alive for the resident. And it's very important because the population growth of Ward 5 is more than any other ward since last 4 years. So our requirement is more. We need frequent transit, and we need frequent transit with full security. And I will work with that with the resident of Ward 5 and for the resident of Ward
5. So, as I mentioned previously, transit in Northeast Calgary needs to match our growth. As a councillor, it's my job to push for the blue line extension from the province and the federal government. Our families deserve transit that keeps up with our growth, not the convenience of the city. I will also be fighting for more frequent routes from all the way from Saddletown, all the way to Redstone during peak hours so they accommodate families and students and working class, again, not the city's convenience. It's very simple. Our ridership is the highest, but we do receive the worst service. My job is to deliver frequent routes and push for that blue line, advocate for it so we can get it in the line. Thank you.
So as our other candidate mentioned about extending, so my goal would be at that time to extend our train station to the country hills, and from there we can run buses to each community frequently, so we have a more easy transportation of people, and we need more frequent transit. So I will push on that more. And we need more better roads first of all. So once the infrastructure is there, we can always travel faster on that. And that's all me.
So, my plan is if I'm getting elected, then I would be stressing on the planning side, and so that for the blue line, we don't just have to wait for so when will be the train station at Saddletown or Swana. So I will be advocating for the thorough planning, and so whatever is the final destination, say Country Hills. So I will be stressing that all these stations will be built together, and then I will be stressing for the express buses also. So that I will be advocating for the more frequent buses, so that the people don't have to suffer for that. And I will be advocating for the safe buses. That's it.
Yes. Raj Taliwal ji on this.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. When I got elected, I was actually member of the Route Ahead Committee, and one thing I made sure that Blue Line extension is one of our priorities. So right after North Central BRT expansion, Blue Line is number 2, and Blue Line is from Saddletown all the way to Stonegate. I had preliminary discussions, sit down with our premier, and I've asked her to give us funding for at least 2 stations. I'm glad they gave us funding at least for 1. They've given us 43 million for Savannah. Right now, ECOM, we gave them 27 million. I said, no, we gotta do design work all the way to Stonegate. Let's be shovel ready. Whenever province comes on board, feds come on board, we are ready to go. We gave them 27 million design work. ACOM is doing detailed design right now. We're gonna be shovel ready. Savannah work is happening. Provincial government has given us 43 million. City has already committed. I have actually in 23 to 26 budget cycle committed 2 stations. We just wrote a letter to federal government last week, Mayor did, because the budget is coming up. And I talked to Corey Hogan MP the other day. I said, make sure, please give us funding for 2 stations, because the catchment is happening at Cornerstone, Redstone, Skyview, Cityscape. Savannah is great. We need Savannah to go to the airport connector, because that study is also coming to IPC in January for next council. But most important is, let's bring the catchment at Country Hills. Make sure those riders, right now our ridership is 101 million people a year. Just in
Gurpreet ਢਿੱਲੋਂ ji.
Trying to look for a bus, trying to look for a ridership when I used to work downtown. And the case hasn't changed, it's still the same. We'll look at Redstone, we'll look at Cornerstone, we'll look at Savannah. There's so many underserved communities. What I want to push for, not just for Blue Line, but we also need to bring the Green Line all the way down to the Northeast, because we need people to be able to travel directly to the airport. All our Ward 5 residents go serve rest of the Calgary, but the service doesn't come to us. And that's what I'm going to bring home, service for Ward 5. Thank you.
My next question will be to Reed Mushiana. We'll talk about the parks now. Ward 5, being a bigger ward, has many parks. It has been found that some are complete and still, some are still under development. Residents say that there is a lack of basic facilities as well. Do you know that many seniors in the community spend their time in these parks and they face issues? They have been raising this issue on all levels, but only least work has been done so far. This is the finding from them. Will you commit that in your term, if you get elected, you will build public washrooms and gazebos in major parks?
That's a great question, and one of the highest questions asked at the doors. So families in Ward 5 do deserve safe, welcoming parks. Right now, grass is left overgrown, seating is limited, and washrooms are temporary or they're missing altogether. We do need permanent washrooms, we do need more benches, and we do need gazebos, both, so families can gather in these spaces safely. Parks should be a source of pride for Ward 5, not neglect. My method is simple: permanent washrooms, safe grass, and real seating. Parks that families in Ward 5 can be proud of. Thank you.
Jagar Patel, please.
So as our other candidate mentioned about washrooms and all that, we need more washrooms from the Ward 5, from the Falcon Ridge to up here. And we will work with the city to get more fund for that part. And in the meantime, we can have a temporary washrooms in between. And my push will be for that.
Thank you. Harry Purba, please.
So my plans for the parks are that I would like to have more shelters, so that in case of any hail damage, we don't have to suffer any fatal accident that could happen in the absence of shelters. And I will be advocating for the mini libraries also in the parks, so that our elders they can read the books. And I will be getting the temporary washrooms also. And not just the washroom, I will be making sure that those washrooms are getting cleaned in time. And so that is my priority for the parks. And plus, I will be advocating for the better, for our children's the playgrounds. I will be advocating for the safe rubber flooring for our children's playgrounds. So that in case of like just because we have those like wooden chimps and they can get enter to your nose and that could be a hazard accident, like that could be hazardous. So I will be advocating for the rubber flooring for the parks.
Thank you. Raj Dhaliwal.
Thank you. Yeah, we could do this, we could do that. My results speak for themselves. When I got elected, and I wish those seniors were here, Terra Lake seniors, for years and years, they were promised a gazebo, a simple gazebo. I got it delivered. Not just that, in 4 years, we have delivered 8. There's 2 going in Redstone late this year, early next year. Last year, I brought Papa amendment at the budget. It's called Parks and Playground Amenities. Under that $2.5 million investment, next week or the week after, we are opening a new inclusive playground on Redstone Drive and Amber's Gate. These are the results you can see. So my commitment is I want to make sure that we have actually installed 151 benches in the parks. They're not enough. The reason they're not enough because we didn't have a strong voice at City Council previously because City is still using the same planning methods for the parks. They're not considering that our population has grown. We have a multi-generational families where grandparents are bringing their kids, where families are coming. So 4 benches are not enough. So what I have done is now I work with the city and we are changing the planning process where I'm asking to engage the communities where they're going to build the parks to make sure we have proper amenities. Just last month, I brought a notice of motion, which is called looking for alternate method of community level amenities. Exactly for this reason. So next year we can build more gazebos. We can put more washrooms. And washrooms is a debatable one because some communities do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's be honest here. We have more gravel than actual grass in parks. And that's the reality of Ward 5. I've visited every park in Ward 5 and listened to every senior that's sitting here today. And that's the complaint. No gazebos, no washrooms. We have everything, but we have nothing. It's all in words, it's all on paper. Why don't we look into infrastructure first? The residents that they deserve, the service that belongs to Ward 5. We're approving all these developments. We're approving all these buildings. Well, what about service? Where is it? It's lacking, it's not there. My goal, my mission is not to just bring washrooms, I'm gonna bring safety with it. There won't be any drug dealers or there won't be any homeless people shooting in there. We're gonna work with corporate security, not just bring the washrooms and gazebos, we're gonna bring safety with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Tara Khan, please.
As I have been not just door knocking, in the parks, their buzzards are always sitting there. Some of them might be even sitting here. I spoke to them, and first requirement is the bathrooms, the cleanliness, especially most of the parks are on the pounds, and our pounds never been cleaned since they have built. So more important that bathrooms are essential, and a permanent bathroom, I would say that, with security. And gazebos, some people, even they told me that, especially Devinder Turpaji is sitting here, if you see that on by the Tara Lake, Tara Brook Drive, and that's where the pound is, and they were saying that they put even the tent and the city took it away. So more shelter need that for our seniors because air damage and that could be fatal. And bathrooms, of course, for our buzzards. And even that we need a frequent buses to allocate and get the budget for these baby boomers who have done so much for our community. And they can drop them off, and sometimes even their son or their daughter drop them off, and nobody's going to take them back because the Calgary transit is not that frequent and not that viable. So I would push for one, at least, community bus to bring them from home and drop them home in case of emergency. So this is what I would do that for Buzurg, especially in the parks and around. And as he said, that grass, we need to put more grass, and more funding, and more...
Thank you very much. There's one more follow-up question regarding the washrooms only. That should every sea train station have proper washroom? Should have proper washroom? Because this is my experience. I had been to Europe very recently, and I have seen there are washrooms, even in the trains also. But at least we should have sea train station washrooms. What will you do to make this happen? Jigar Patel, please.
So I think building a washroom and a sea train station will invite more homeless people to stay in there as a shelter. So we should be like talking to the businesses around the sea train station and give them a reward or something to let people use their washroom for that. And that will be my first goal. And in case we build a permanent washroom, we should have a locking system, or we should have a supervisor always checking on that, so that nobody use that as a shelter on the station. But that will be me on that.
Thank you. Hari Purva, please.
So that is a very good question. I will be advocating for the permanent washroom in the sea trains, so that in case of any emergency, we can use that. Just to maintain the cleanliness, I'll be advocating for the paid washrooms. Like you have to pay for that, and so that somebody can we can hire somebody and they can clean the washrooms. So for the safety, yes, you can have those cameras also. I don't think that there will be any problem for those homelessness for those washrooms. So definitely I will go with the washrooms and cleaner, better washrooms. Thank you.
Thank you. Raj Dhaliwal.
Yeah, no, thank you for that question. And this question has come to me for last many years. And we have worked with the administration transit team. They have done a study on this. And study is saying that financially putting washrooms in brownfield development is not financially viable. It's going to cost taxpayers lots of money. But what we are doing is we just spoke about Blue Line, that when we do the greenfield stations, Blue Line, Savannah, Country Hills, we are doing green line work, which is going to go to Shepherd. These stations should incorporate in their design washrooms. And we got to make sure that these washrooms are easily accessible, but also safe. And also operationally, they're not putting burden on our trash, because that's very important. And making sure that they do not become attraction for social disorder, for yes. So greenfield development, washrooms are part of the strategy. So when we start, I think the design work is happening and they're considering all that. Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Gurpreet Dhillon.
I think washroom is probably one of the biggest necessity on sea train stations, because transit being the lifeline of Ward 5 people, we travel on these trains every day. We go from point A to point B. Million people make trips through Ward 5 in and out every day. And not just bringing washrooms, we need to bring safety with it. The reason why we don't have washrooms right now, because we don't have enough safety there. We attract so much homeless population, drug abuse. We need to get to the bottom of it. And we need to work with the transit peace officers. We need to give them enough budget too, so they can make sure that our Ward 5 population is safe when they're using those washrooms. And obviously in the future development, the Blue Line that's extending, we're going to find the budget to bring washrooms on every sea train station within Ward 5.
Thank you. Tariq Khan, please.
I would certainly work with the city and with the people that who are responsible for that. And I will encourage to have bathroom. Bathroom is the most basic necessity for especially our Buzurg. Especially our Buzurgs, they work in downtown. They travel frequently on those. All young people, white collar, they have got their own vehicles, or they can walk fast. What about those 70 years old who is working in the downtown? They need bathrooms, for sure, absolutely. I will encourage that way, and we will see that how much it costs. Money we can get even for the emergency, paid bathroom, paid cleaning, and we need to get more grants. That's where the governments are. If it's expenses, and we are paying highly tax, improper property valuation, we are paying more taxes. Why not? We need to build those bathrooms in every station, and upcoming future stations for, for our, of course, travelers. That's what I do.
Thank you. Reed Bushanan.
I think the answer is simple, yes. It shouldn't even be a question if we need them. They should be there. So yes, we need the washrooms, but we also need permanent security that follows, which is already needed at the LRT stations, at the transit. So let's use those resources, and instead of adding new ones, we'll simply use those resources, allocate them to monitor the washrooms as well. But it is a necessity, and it should be there, no questions asked.
Thank you very much. Over to my fellow members.
Okay, next question is to Harry Purbaji and to all other candidates as well. You know, public safety has been an issue, and recently many incidents were reported where public of Ward Resident 5 did not feel safe. And this panel and the residents believe that elected candidate could be a good link and a good solution provider and a assurance provider to the public that they will feel safe. What steps will you take with other levels of government to represent to the Ward 5 residents that your councillor will be working for them to raise their public safety issues?
That's a very good question. So for the public safety, my plan is to engage the youth, first of all. So I feel that our youth is frustrated, and because they don't have the jobs, so that's why they have become they got frustrated, and they have become problem for these are the problems. Public safety came out of that. So I will be advocating for the if there are any problem areas, I will be having more patrolling in that area for the police patrolling, and I will be advocating for the CCTV cameras also, and drones also. But at the same time, my focus will be to engage the youth, so that instead of becoming unsafe for certain people becoming unsafe, so I will be utilizing the power of youth to safeguard our ward. So that is my priority, youth engagement and police. But at the same time, I will be requesting, I will be advocating that the police is respectful to the public. So these are my plans.
Thank you. Raj Taliwal.
Just for clarification, you just said how you expect us to work with other levels of government.
I will rephrase my question, that how, as an elected representative, as a councillor, because it's not only in your hands, I believe it's in 3 levels of governments. How will you represent as a councillor to tell the public, to tell the ward residents that this is what you will do going forward to make sure that the public feels safe? Because there has been some recent incidents where public safety has, been reported, and also the one allegation which Bahadur and Chevy noted, that public concern was that Calgary Police Services does not respond the way public expect them to respond.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Safety is very important to me as a father, as a husband, as a son. And coming from oil and gas, we always preached and lived safety above all else. Working with CPS, when we got elected, we gave them the record amount of budget that they asked for. Because we were coming out of COVID, we were seeing some of the issues that they had not previously seen. Downtown social disorder was a big problem. Some of the social disorder had shifted to the transit, so we gave them all those resources. But unfortunately, what is happening is we are not getting support from other levels of government. Police funding, $16 per capita, it's been same for last 10 years by the provincial government. One police officer is serving 600 Calgarians, 600. Just imagine if 0.5% of them commit a crime. There's 3 people committing a crime, someone killing someone, speeding someone, breaking in, where the police officer is going to go. So what we need to do is we need to work with the province. Province just gave us 50 officers under CERT program, which is great. But we also need to work with the federal government to make changes into the bail program, because bail reform is a big issue when I talk to police officers. They're exhausted. I have a police officer who worked in District 5, and it took him 3 hours to write a report, and within 48 hours, this person was out on the streets. What we have done as a council, we have written to the provincial government to allow us for community courts, because that court system is blocked.
Gurpreet Dhillon.
I think I can agree with Mr. Dhaliwal. There's one officer per 600 people, and I've been that guy. I've served Calgary as a correctional officer, I've served Calgary as a community peace officer, I've served Calgary as a case manager, and I've been boots on the ground. The issue is safety starts with trust, and trust comes with presence. And we don't see that presence right now. Ward 5 has always been underserved. There's less peace officers per person in Ward 5 compared to the other communities with lower density. We used to have a community policing model, and that gap has increased again. What I want to do, break these barriers and bring communities and policing together so that we have better reporting. A lot of people in Ward 5 actually don't know the channels and mediums how to report complaints, how to report these problems. We hear them in the parks, we hear them in the backyard conversations, but it doesn't actually get up to CPS or any other law enforcement agencies. That's why we need to bring policing and community together, and we need more presence. For presence, we need to fund these police forces. City of Calgary Police, City of Calgary Transit Officers, City of Calgary Bylaw Officers, and they all need to work in collaboration. Let's be honest, the last council has been so broken, there's no collaboration between council or any other agencies. And that's my goal. I'm gonna break these barriers and bring everybody together and bring safety to all Ward 5 Calgarians. Thank you.
Next, please.
Safety is the most important issue. It's not just only related that one incident occurs. It is with your peace of mind. Our parents cannot sleep at night. Our youngest are there involved in drugs, gang, violence. These Northeast is sanctuary of those criminals. You know why? Because it was completely being neglected. We have the highest crime rate in the entire Calgary. And what I would say, what I would suggest, that people from you, people from public, business people, we need to sit all together. We need to even, we will encourage the businesses to hire the private security. We need to stop those criminals. We need to make those speed bumps where those gangs are driving like 40 speed limit, driving 120 kilometers like that. So our streets are not safe, and most of the people who are making a little bit money, they are just moving from Ward 5 to another ward just for the security and safety of their kids. So this is the most important thing, that we need to talk to provincial government, we need to talk to the federal government, and we need to talk to the city and business people and the community associations and local non-profit organizations to educate each other, because this is the most important thing to save our kids. Because of unsafe atmosphere, there is a trauma, there is a bullying.
Thank you. Time is up. Reet Mushianaji.
Safety is not only in the books, it needs to be shown. So crime and theft is rising in Ward 5, and who's paying? Families and businesses. I will push for visible policing, brighter streets, and the prevention programs we need. And in that, I've already hosted a safety town hall last week with Calgary Police and the residents to address these issues. I will continue to fight for safer streets at City Hall so families feel secure in their homes, businesses, and their neighborhoods. And if we think that the police is not listening, they are. That's why a few weeks ago, some of the people that are present here attended the town hall that police headquarters hosted regarding extortion. So they're listening, they're bringing us solutions, and they want to engage us so we can provide feedback. So again, more visible policing, brighter streets, and prevention. And I've already started that with One Step Safety Town Hall that I hosted last week with the Calgary Police. Thank you.
So as everything was said now from all the candidates, but I just want to add on this that as a community, we have to inform the police, but there are like only certain language barrier or something to the people that block them to inform them. So we'll work on the multi-language thing to report any kind of issues you might have seen, or you might have seen any criminal activities. So I will work on more on the multi-language part of the policing information on that. And that's all for me.
Thank you. Now the second round will start. There is a feeling in Ward 5 that they are neglected in safety, cleaning, grass cutting, and snow removal compared to other parts of the Calgary. What concrete steps will you take to address these 4 concerns? That's Ward 5. That is from the Ward 5 residents.
So since
Right, Taliban.
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Since I got elected, actually, I have been working with administration just on this, that there is a strong perception in Northeast, and I grew up in Northeast. I have seen it firsthand, that we feel neglected. We, per capita, feel we don't have our fair share. We need to invest more. And that's why we have invested heavily. We got Northeast Athletic Complex. That's a big investment, $100 million plus investment. We are investing through Rec Center. Skyview Rec Center engagement has started. We built a library in Skyview Ranch, and brick and mortar library is already budgeted for. So these are the things that show the community that we are here. This is not a time that they can ignore us, and that's why I always say, hey, enough of you thinking that we are just happy to be here. When it comes to, like I mentioned before, Papa program was a perfect example, that bring in that money so we can invest into recreation, we can invest into parks, we can invest into playgrounds, we can invest into roads. I heard speeding was an issue, speed bumps. One of my colleagues had said, well, Terradale Drive is getting permanent speed bumps. Skyview Ranch Street is getting permanent speed bumps. And the reason I know this, because I'm on these streets every day since I got elected, talking to people, making sure that they have what they need. And 2 more speed bumps are already slated for next year on Saddle Ridge Drive and Saddleland Drive. So these are the things we are doing to making sure that our residents feel that they are getting the fair share.
Thank you. Gurpreet Kirloi.
Sir, if we look at the trajectory of Ward 5, last few years, all our services have only gone downhill. When it comes to looking at the parks, how they look, when it comes to snow removal, when it comes to infrastructure. Why is that happening? I really want to ask the current council, why is that happening? Is it short-staffed? Is it underfunding? What I'm looking at when I come to council, when I'm elected, I want to have a real-time dashboard that public of Ward 5 is aware when the services are going to be coming to Ward 5, when the grass is going to be cut, when the snow removal will be happening. Cities like Toronto, cities like Edmonton, they actually have these services where they get SMS alerts. Public gets to know that today your snow is going to be removed, tomorrow your grass is going to be cut. Public should know where the tax dollar is being spent, and that's my fight. I want the service for the tax dollars that we pay. Thank you.
Thank you. Tariq Khan, please.
Dr. Sahab, I would ask you to, if you repeat your question, actually, I did not get the question exactly.
The residents of Ward 5, they have the feeling that they are neglected in safety, cleaning, and grass cutting, and also snow removal compared to other parts of the Calgary. What concrete steps will you take to address these 4 concerns?
Oh, okay, because my colleague was giving the answer that there are arenas are coming, this and that, so I was bit confused that what exactly the question was being asked. So my take is on that, to be very honest, last 8, 9 years, there is no grass cutting, there is no spray, no pond cleaning. Parks are like, feel like that it's a gravel parks. So it was completely being neglected. Snow removal, they just only snow remove only part of the main roads, but inside I think they have already cut the budget because it's a Northeast. So we need a strong voice in City Council who can speak on behalf of the resident and who can stand for that. When people are just go out and voting 22% and just 22% vote, how would you elect the person that who can go and speak on behalf of you? So this is entirely Ward 5 resident as well. Go out and use your vote. when you 60, 70% vote, and that will be your true representative, and he can speak on behalf of you who is facing these challenges every single day. And I think we need people who are living here in our area, and they are cleaning the ponds and they are cutting the grass on the other quarter. But in Northeast, they don't have job to do it. Why? Because we don't have budget.
Thank you. Mushana.
Ward 5 families compare our streets to the other quadrants and see the differences. So our areas are not cleaned as often, and if you've noticed, cleanups only happen during community events. The city must dedicate regular funding for cleanups in the Northeast. We deserve a clean community year-round, not just during special events. That comes to our grass cutting, our snow removal, and the maintenance of our parks. So Northeast deserves regular cleanups funded by the city, not just by volunteers all year, not just on special events. Thank you.
Thank you. Jigar Patel.
Everything has been said already now, but I want to add more on the grass cutting side and more use of more pesticide, because last month we had so many mosquitoes and our kids were suffering from all the mosquito bites and they were not able to play on the playground because of all mosquitoes on that. So I will more push on pesticides, grass cutting obviously, and that's all for me.
Thank you. Harry Purva.
So my policy for the grass cutting, snow removal, and street cleaning also, I certainly feel that we are getting neglected by the city. So if I get elected, I will be making a transparent system so that everything is on the auto system. The streets are getting cleaned in time, and the snow is also getting removed. The street cleaning is also like right now what's happening. So before, like many years ago, there were like signboards before the street cleaning, and those were even in the crescents or close also. But nowadays we have the signs only on a road that like on a certain day the street will be cleaned, and there are no signs. So we need to be informed. And so I will be making an auto system, and then I will be making a transparent 311 system, service request requisition system, so that we can see that even if we have to submit a request, we can monitor that. So in 2 weeks everything will be completed. So I will be advocating for a transparent system, 311 system, better 311 system. So and the auto cleaning, auto street cleaning, auto snow removal, auto grass cutting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, yeah,
Our next question will be to Mr. Gurpreet Dhillon. Start with you. Everybody else will answer that question. And you agree that the Ward 5 population has been growing, and it has been growing fastly. Population has senior citizens, population has many other issues, but there has been no hospital or a facility like Sheldon Shumer facility. What will you do? What can you tell to the residents that you will do as a candidate, or if you are elected, to bring a 24-hour Sheldon Shumer Center or any hospital-like facility into this ward?
Sir, when elected, I will be working in collaboration. I think all three government levels, like you said, city council, municipal, and provincial. Obviously, we need provincial funding for this. But council can push it. Council can work in alliance. But when you have a dysfunctional council, how would you bring that? You have to work in coalition with these governments, these level of governments, and go to the local MLAs and go to the local federal MPs. And I think that's where my skill set comes in, because I've worked with almost every Calgarian, and not just Calgarian, with every department of the city of Calgary. And I will be probably advocating for not just schools, our hospital, better systems, and everything that Ward 5 deserves. Thank you.
Thank you. Tarek Khanji.
Again, sir, I will work with the provincial and federal government. As you have seen me, I've been involved in this political arena for the last 27 years. All of them, their representing in the parliament, there are juniors, very good friends. Certainly we will talk to the provincial government and federal government to jump into it, and plus city land should be available for the private sector as well. We can collaborate with the private sector as well to bring some facilities up here, because what I have seen that 8 years ago we were in this kind of debate, and now after 8 years it's the same thing. We keep repeating that, and everything's in books. When you cannot get the health system implemented in the entire province, you cannot just do that in Ward 5 as well. But if you can do the other areas, why not in Ward 5? Why not in Ward 5? It means that we are lacking with something. And what is that? Probably you need to negotiate with the provincial and federal government, and also the non-governmental organization to help, work, advocate, and we need to do the study on it. And we need to involve those people and push more to get grants and fundings. That's where the federal and provincial governments are.
Thank you. Preet Mushiana ji.
So I would like to clarify that this is not just a Ward 5 issue, but an issue that's in all of City of Calgary and around the world. However, at the city level, our job is to partner with shelters, invest in transitional housing, and connect people to mental health and addiction support. Families deserve safe spaces, and vulnerable people deserve real solutions. It's simple. Support housing and outreach, keep families safe, and treat every single person with dignity. Thank you.
So obviously population is growing in our community here, and even the wait times at the hospital is also growing like about 8 to 9 hours on that. So if I elected, my first goal will be bring an emergency care for after 8 p.m. so that our north side Ward 5 doesn't have to go to emergency care in Peter Lawhead. But or in the meantime, we can use our clinics to open up at night for 24/7 on that, or some of the clinics, not all of them. But that will be my goal on that.
Thank you. And Harry Parva.
So, as a councillor, I will be following, I will do the follow-up with the provincial and federal government to have the more hospitals. But at the same time, I will be making a system so that we don't have to wait for a long time for the doctors. So I will be pushing for the more doctors, more nurses within the hospital, and even I plan to make a system also, like an ambulance system, so that whenever you need any ambulance comes to your home, and they can give you the treatment, preliminary treatment at your place, so that you don't have to go to the hospital for that, for the preliminary problems. That is my plan.
Thank you. And I would request to all candidates that instead of giving some ideological and philosophical concepts of your ideas, residents would appreciate that what are your personal ideas as an elected councillor? What would you do? What kind of steps you would take so that our residents can have your vision? They can learn that this is how you will do. So we would request that in answering our questions, try to answer in a way that I would do this or I would do this, so that we will see that what steps you will take as an elected candidate. So next question is from my panel. Yes, Raj Taliwaji.
Yeah, no, thank you. Unfortunately, we have seen lots of offloading by provincial government onto municipalities from social housing, mental health and addiction. Last year, we approved 10 million in that, and that is unfortunate. And as a councillor, definitely I'll advocate to the province. But like you said, what I want to see is in 2009, there was the funding for our EMS, the ambulances was taken away by the province took it over. I think what we need to do is we need to be innovative. When we are building new fire stations, we need to have an integrated model. We need to also put ambulance in there with the nurse or a physician who can look after these cases if at the hospital it's a red alert and they don't have ambulances standing there to offload the patient. They can bring them to these facilities, and it used to happen in Calgary back in the day. So when I'm back at council, that's one model I'm definitely going to pursue, and reach out to AHS, reach out to the provincial government to see how we can make it work.
Thank you. My next question is to Tariq Khan. It is very important to have meetings and listen to the concerns of the people. If you are elected as councillor, will you commit to holding regular town hall meetings in Ward 5 so that residents can hold you responsible for it or accountable for it? Thank you.
Last part I missed that, but you're talking about that if I would be elected, that I will arrange the town hall meetings and get the feedback from the resident people. That's what your question is?
Yes. Will you hold meetings of the
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Sir, let me tell you a little bit about myself. As a Tariq Khan, last 27 years, Darshan Kangji is sitting there, and he knows me very well from the day first. I've been working in different capacity with many non-governmental organizations, from community organizations, as a secretary, as a president, and recently I founder president of Canada Maple Foundation, where we were working on 3 different stages where the most important signature series was that most Southeast Asian people, 7, 8 countries brought under the one umbrella and showcase their culture and teach people and tell people that how we can live with a peace and harmony together. Absolutely, this is the fundamental for any representative. If he does not know the values, the problems, the challenges, he cannot deliver anything, because we need to get the feedback from our residents. And they are highly educated people. They are mostly immigrants. They left their countries, came here for the better future of our kids. And we need to follow those Canadian values, and we need to get all those services back which was taken back and give it to the other quadrants. That's what I do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Reed Mushamari.
Yes, I support town halls, but they should not only be happening at Genesis Center. I will be hosting them across Ward 5 from Redstone to Falconridge, in community centers and in local parks. Families deserve a leader who listens in their neighborhood, not just in one location. I will also be bringing team members and different organizations who can speak directly to our residents in their mother tongue, so it's inclusive for everyone. We are the most diverse ward, and our town hall and engagement should be a reflection of that. And I have already started that by hosting my own town hall last week with the residents and the Calgary Police. So town halls are a must across Ward 5 because every family deserves a voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Jigar Patel.
Yes, that's a basic, like for any representative to be available for the people. But like a town hall is not like everybody has time to come and show up on that. So like I live in Ward 5, so you might see me on our grocery stores, our registries, or Genesis Center, or any other place, right? And you can always contact me. I will be always available through the phone, not through just through the email, through the phone. So you can always call me directly instead of the team or anybody, or you can leave me a text message and we can arrange a meeting with you in that particular day. And that will be me on that.
Thank you. Harry Purbai.
So I have been living in the Ward 5 for almost 14 years, 12 years in the Saddle Ridge, 2 years in the Swana. And so I'm meeting people all the day, all the time, and I'm always available on the phone. And I want, so for the town hall, yes, I will be becoming a voice of the people, but at the same time, I will say that we don't have to go to the town hall in the city hall. So town hall should come to us. So I will be advocating for those meetings, not just in the city hall, not just in the Saddle Ridge. I will be advocating for the town hall meetings in different communities, and then I will be stressing for that they should be done because Ward 5 is so diverse and we have so many languages. So that I will be advocating that every voice can be heard So I'll be preferring for the local languages, say Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, etc., etc. And so that is my take for the town hall meeting.
Thank you. Thank you. Raj Aliwal.
Thank you. That's a great question. And engagement is the key and backbone of any decision making. I'm a voice. I'm a voice of residents, and residents, I want to do what they asked me to do. We started Back Alley program, and the reason was to engage with residents. And Mr. Purb, I volunteered for one of my programs last year, so thank you for that. Second, I think you shouldn't have to go to City Hall. City Hall should come to you. Because we only have an office in City Hall, so our office started last year. We're at Settletown Library. Every Friday, our staff was available 12 to 5 for any residents who want to come see us. Every Friday, that's the engagement. Town halls were happening at Genesis, RCC in Redstone, Falconridge Community Hall. So engagement is the key, listening to residents, because the decisions we're going to make is based on their needs, their demands, and what they want to see. So I think that's very important. Another thing, what we are trying to do is, we are inviting actually residents to come to City Hall, take a tour, sit down with us, have a round table, and tell us what their concerns are. I was the only councillor who started a resident advisory council here in Ward 5, so we can hear from leaders who are talking to people. Community association engagement is another key. Show up at community association meetings. You got to put sweat equity into the ward you want to represent. You just cannot show up at the election time and expect to represent these people. That is not how it works. You have to invest the sweat equity. And I have invested that for the last 4 years, be it community cleanups, be it at the events. I have done that.
Thank you. Thank you. Gurpreet to learn.
Sir, accountability matters, and it comes with engagement. But how would you engage when you don't even live in the ward with public? I do. And these town hall meetings are the key to hold your councillor accountable, the public servant. And I will be holding these town hall meetings not just in English, but we will be doing it in multilingual, bilingual languages, different languages. And also we will be translating our council meetings into different languages. Because Ward 5 is diverse, 58% people call them immigrants, and I'm part immigrant, and we're gonna hold these town hall meetings, not just at Genesis Center. I will be hosting these scheduled meetings. Beforehand, people should know your counselor is gonna be at this place. Come talk to him, engage with him, ask questions, and tell him what you need. And I will be there for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Next question, please.
So the next question is an important question. It was identified by the residents of Ward 5, and this is the question which involves your role with all three levels of governments. So you agree that in Ward 5, 2016, 2020, and 2023, there has been hailstorms, there has been some climate change happening, and that is a work which, if you are elected as the representative of this ward, you will need to work with all three levels of government to ensure three important things. One, that what would you do to do some preventive measures to make sure that the hailstorm and all those natural disasters would not happen. That's not within your control, but you can share your ideas. Second, that insurance companies working in Alberta have been refusing to provide insurance to residents. And Insurance Bureau of Alberta is a provincial controlled body, and as a public representative, what would you do, what would you assist your residents to make sure that city, Alberta government, federal government take some preventive measures to control those hailstorms, and the insurance companies would not just make money, but they would provide the services to your residents. What would you do? And this starts with Reet Musharaji.
Last year, Calgary was hit with the second costliest natural disaster in our Canadian history. The hailstorm cost more than $2.8 billion in damage, and Ward 5 was at the center of it. Many are still waiting for repairs, fighting with insurance companies, or paying higher premiums. At door knocking, I've even heard that some had claims denied altogether. While building codes are set nationally and enforced provincially, the city can still act. We can require hail-resilient materials through our permitting and inspection process. We can speed up approvals so families are not left waiting. And we really need to bring back the resilient roofing rebate program so families can actually afford to upgrade to stronger materials. I will push for the province to provide additional rebates and loan programs that help families replace their roofs, siding, and windows with hail-resistant options. This comes down to affordability. Families should not have to be forced to rebuild every few years or pay skyrocketing insurance premiums. That's where the provincial government comes in. My role is to advocate to get those premiums down. I will fight to make sure families are protected and costs always stay manageable. Again, last year's hailstorm caused $2.8 billion in damage. I will fight to bring back the resilient roofing program and push for rebates from the provincial government so families can protect their homes and keep the costs down. Thank you.
Because both are controlled by our province, so insurance is also controlled by province, and this building code is also controlled by province. So I don't know what province government is doing after having all these disasters from like last 8 to 10 years, and they know this is a hail alley, so they should be doing before even somebody is telling them. Like we don't have to wait for this long. So I will be advocating to the province to provide us grants or subsidies to the residents so they can move to, like they can change the sidings or roofing to the hail resistant material in a more efficient way as soon as possible, because we need 2024, the leap year is coming, and that's where, like 2026 or 2028 we have a leap year coming, and we'll have a hailstorm for sure, because every leap year we had that. So that was me on that.
Next candidate, please.
So for the hail damage, it's a very big challenge now, and like the insurances have been raised so much, and deductible is becoming like $10,000, even for my own house that is in Savannah. So I'm having this problem. So if I get elected, I will be making the necessary changes in the bylaws so that we can have a better hail-resistant material, and then so that we don't have to replace the roofs again and again. And then I will be advocating for some changes also. I can explain that. So what I would be talking with the insurance companies. So I will be talking with the insurance companies, and I will be so I will go with the experts, but at the same time that is my personal plan. So I don't want to have any like a deductible system. So I will be asking for the insurance companies. They can approve. They can have a certified contractors for the roof replacement, for the hail damage material replacement, and at the same time I will be asking for the bulk material for the roof for the better roof material, so that for the bulk material we can have it in a cheap way, and then in case of any hail, so I will be talking with the insurance companies.
Time is up, please. Raj Talibal ji.
Thank you so much. I still remember August 5th, 2024, when the hail hit. I was there next day helping families, calling city for support. You know, we don't need to wait till next council. The work has already started. December 2024, council killed that resilient roofing program in June 2022. I was really mad. I brought a notice of motion last year in December to reinstate it. So the work has already started, and I want you guys to listen to this. What we have done is we are creating a hail resilient improvement network. What that is going to do is it's going to bring developers, builders, insurance companies, real estate agents, and they're going to give a recommendation to the provincial government to make changes as needed. Second thing, what we are doing is we are asking provincial government to make changes to the Municipal Government Act, Section 390, Point one, to allow us to give more grants to homeowners under our Clean Energy Improvement Program, which is the SEEP, but we need provincial government to allow us. So as a council, we have written a letter to them. The third thing we have done is we have also asked provincial government to create Alberta Community Resilience Program based grant program for hail protection. It should be called Hail Protection Program for vulnerable communities such as Ward 5, where we are in the midst of the hail alley. The last thing I want to do is next term when I'm elected, we can also work with the provincial government. Due to Bill 18, there's some complications because provincial doesn't allow us to go straight to the federal government, but under federal government's climate adaptation and action plan, we're going to ask them to provide more funding and grants to these residents. Thank you.
Thank you. And Dr.
Sir, hailstorm is one of the biggest issues in the Northeast, especially impacting Ward 5. But it's not just impacting Ward 5 now, it's impacting Ward 3. But there's multiple factors to this causing. First off, cloud seeding is real. It's not the airport authorities, but it's the insurance companies who are trying to protect their assets there. Why are they not protecting the public as well? Secondly, we need to come up with rebate programs, incentive programs. My insurance right now has gone out of the roof. My deductible from $2,500 is gone up to $10,000. No one's helping me. That's why we need to come into council, change this council, and go work with the province and tell them what we need from insurance companies. I think we should, as Ward 5 residents, should be looking into a class action lawsuit against these insurance companies too. And number two, when it comes to new build homes now, building codes are controlled by province, but architectural controls is actually controlled by the city council. So why are they telling builders to build new homes with actual more hail resilient products, class 4 shingles, hardy on the sides? And the older communities that already exist, I think we should look into having HOA, where we have the funding to help the communities from within the communities when these type of disasters happen, and we have our own money in the back that we can actually help each other. Thank you.
Well, I'm agreed with my colleague. The most important thing is that, as my other colleague said, that this next council doesn't need to do anything. Because since 2016, 17, 18, well, I was 3 times victim of this hail damage, and my house couldn't even repair till today because of lack of labor. Or there are many other complications as well. The thing is that it's a $5 billion tag. Nobody wants to talk about that. This is because election season. We are talking about that, but we need to bring provincial and federal government on board to get more grants for this special, because we are Canadians, we are Albertans, we are Calgarians, we are resident of Ward 5, and we deserve that. We do not belong to the other places where we cannot. If this disaster happened in Ward 5, and this time Ward 3, and it was 3 times, so we need to push our other partners and other governments, and we need to bring that grants money back and give subsidy to the homeowners, and all 3 levels of government, including builders, developers, homeowner association, they need to work together. And those houses which already built in and being affected, we need to work with those owners and give them subsidy to get the roof done by according to the weather resilience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all candidates for answering the questions from the panel, and we really, really appreciate that. And we have many, many questions from the audience who are present here. So they are here, and we are just sorting it out with the time and with that, we are just figuring it out that what questions has already been answered and what questions are important or directly to 1 or 2 candidates. So just give us about 30 seconds to finalize this, and we will be asking these questions on behalf of the residents. And then if there is any follow-up on that, we would encourage that any member who wants to ask that question can tell the Mr. Brad Saab or Chevy, we can accommodate 1 or 2 from the participants as well. But from the selected questions, so Dr. Yes. You can go ahead.
Yeah, okay. There is a question from Harleen Kaur to Raj Dhaliwal. On 36th Street Northeast, there is a billboard that is so bright that you can't see the lanes. How is this legal and how will you change it?
Okay, so so under city land use bylaw, there's different classes of signage, class A, class B, and so on and so on. Do I answer or? Okay, anyway, so I'll answer. So under land use bylaw, there's different classes of signage. So if you want to put a signage that is beyond, like Gurpreet was mentioning, it does not fall under the temporary signage bylaw, then you have to go and get a DP approved for that signage. So if this signage is too bright in your opinion, the first thing is call 311, report it, and then send an email to Ward 5 office. And Ward 5 office, I'm pretty sure, will be able to bring this up with the Planning and Development Department and also the bylaw team to kind of come and have a look and review this, definitely. But I encourage you to kind of first report 311 because every decision got to be data-driven decision. Have it reported, have it logged, and then send an email to Ward 5 office.
Thank you.
और जी जे आके पूछना तुसी पूछ सकते हो. If you want to follow up, is it? You're good. Okay.
Thank you. So next question is from Harry. Doesn't have the last name, but the question is addressed to Gurpreet Singh and Tariq, and they both talked about hiring a corporate security. And Harry has a question about that idea of hiring corporate security as.
What did he say? Corporate study?
Next question is, they didn't write the name, but it is from Skyview Senior Welfare Association. So whoever is the representative of that, please.
कर लो
सब तो पहला मैं BTV का बहुत धन्यवादी हाँ कि जिन्हों ने ये प्रोग्राम रचा तो वार्ड 5 ਨੂੰ करने वाले जो 6 कैंडिडेट है या 7 होंगे उसी कर दी गई है तो इन्हों में जोड़ा भी साढ़े कोले चुन के आएगा असी जो भी कैंडिडेट चुन के आएगा इतने साढ़े सामने असी उन्होंने वेलकम करांगे पर सवाल ये है कि साडा जिहड़ा वार्ड 5 है इनू पता नहीं सिटी वालों मेरे साथी इत्थे सारे बैठे है भैन भरा बच्चे सिटी वालों मतरेई माँ वाला सलूक मतरेई बच्चे वाला सलूक किया जाता है ये सच है क्योंकि साडे कोले बहुत सारियां सुविधावां जिहड़ियां होर असी साउथ ईस्ट साउथ वैसट में जाके देखते हैं सानू नहीं मिल रही सीनियर्स भी बहुत परेशान है इन्हां गल्लां दे विच कि सानू लोड़ हुंदी है साडे जिथे भी असी बैठते हैं सानू वाशरूम की जरूर लोड़ हुंदी है तो किसी कारण करके वो चक ले जाते हैं असी साडे काउंसलर नूं बेनती करते हैं उन्हां नूं गां सिटी नाल कॉन्टैक्ट करना पैंदा है तो वो इशू जिहड़े आ उत्थे दे उत्थे लंके रह जाते हैं हो सकता है कि आने वाले समय दे विच वो सॉल्व हो जाण जदों तुहाडे विचों कोई सज्जण साडे कोले चुन के आऊगा सो इस तरह दीयां बहुत सारियां प्रॉब्लम्स है इस तरह दीयां बहुत सारियां नॉट ओनली टू सीनियर्स साडे बच्चों नूं उत्थे रोड्स उत्थे सड़कां उत्थे जिहड़े पॉन्ड्स है साडे उन्हां दे दुआले घाह उन्हां चों कट्टिया नहीं जांदा गा एंड देयर आर सो मैनी प्रॉब्लम्स बट आई थैंक यू
सिद्धा क्वेश्चन जे पुछ लो ज़्यादा वधिया रहूगा प्लीज
I asked Raj Dhaliwal this question about the seniors कि साडे उस एरिए दे स्काई व्यू दे विच गज़ीबो दी लोड़ है वाशरूम दी लोड़ है घाह कटिंग दी लोड़ है ते सड़कां नूं रिपेयर करन दी लोड़ है ये मेरा क्वेश्चन राज धालीवाल वास्ते है थैंक यू
जी मैं कल तुहाडे कोल भी आया भी सीगा ते उसे गज़ीबो दे थल्ले तुसीं बैठदे भी हो जिहड़ा आपां बनवाया सीगा ठीक है ना ते ਹੁਣ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਗਰੋਥ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਰਾਈਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਗਰੋਥ ਤੇ ਇਨਫਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਪੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਆ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ $1.1 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਦਾ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਗੈਪ ਆ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੱਲ ਆ ਕੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਉਹ ਯੂਟਿਲਿਟੀ ਰਾਈਟ ਆਫ ਵੇ ਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣ ਸਕਦਾ ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਬਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਨਵੰਬਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਜਟ ਐਡਜਸਟਮੈਂਟਸ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਵਾ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੱਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਦੇਖੀਆਂ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਆਪਣਾ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਅਨਫੋਰਚੂਨੇਟ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਰਖਾਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਇੱਕ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੈਠਦੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਖਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਅਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੰਪਲੇਂਟਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਈਆਂ ਵਾ
to whom you want to ask the question?
जी हाँ जी मैं एक्चुअली राज ढालीवाल जी मैंने जानते हैं I went through racism and bias against regarding my court case you know very well right so the thing is I come to you but I feel you not convey my concern you know to the city because I'm feeling you are not efficient councillor at that point. So how you want to explain this thing?
मैं पंजाबी च बोला or I can answer in English. मैं पंजाबी च बोला or I can answer in English.
Yeah, you can speak in English.
I remember meeting you when
but the thing is this is a long story, very difficult to explain to the audience. But
we would cut you down, sir. We are not, Raj Talibot or any other candidate is not here to answer any personal story or personal question.
I think this is not personal.
Okay.
Actually, when we elect the
one second. If your question is that you or any other candidate has felt some racism in Calgary, it's a general question about the racism, it can be answered.
Yeah.
But if it is your personal question, he is not here to answer your personal question. No.
I understand. But the thing is, because as I told, I went through a lot, very difficult to, because that's why I just direct asked the question.
So your question is that you felt some racism.
There is a lot of things, right?
The question is that there is some feeling of racism.
So I remember this gentleman and Mr. Satwinder Mitti called me 2 years ago at his office to meet this gentleman. I listened to this gentleman and I listened to this gentleman and I listened to his story. I went and talked to our city. As a councillor, we and any of us who gets elected, when it's a legal matter, we shouldn't comment. And I came back, I spoke to this gentleman about something that he could do, but he refused to. That's where I would stop.
Can you please explain what you said?
I think it's a very personal and it should not be brought into this.
So they will take the case back. So the thing is, you are not efficient over there. You have not guts to speak in front of the...
No, that's okay.
Okay, this is, no, I would request that it is...
Chevy.
Koina. Well, racism can be addressed in a different way as well.
As a general topic can be addressed.
That's a different topic. We'll go to the next. We'll go to the next
question. What we selected was also a public knowledge question.
Yeah.
And I think that was we missed that. So we believe that it's a public knowledge question. The question was asked someone by Balveer Singh.
Yeah.
Asking about that how much taxes were increased from 2022 to 2025. I think that's a public knowledge and a public. Is Balveer Singh ji here?
Balveer Singh. चले गए नहीं जी?
So the question was addressed, but
चलो सी एक बार
next question pick कर लो.
हाँ जी. अगले सवाल पे चलते हैं जी. So can we have J? Okay. He wants to ask same question to Reet and Gurpreet. So Mr. J.
First of all, thank you to all the candidates for being here. It takes a lot of time and commitment to stand up and represent Ward 5. My question is to our candidate Reet and Gurpreet. You both.
276. If we have a surplus, how can we justify raising property taxes when we're talking about affordability? People can barely afford the necessities, and now there's another hike coming, which has been put forth to the next council to review in November. How are these motions being put forth when there's no justification when we have a surplus? So we need an efficient audit that's being done, not whatever's being done right now, because the books have a lot of space, a lot of numbers, a lot of money, which is going down the drain, which needs to stop.
Thank you, then Gurpreet.
So there's actually almost 311 million shortfall every year within the budget with City of Calgary. We need actual proper audit infrastructure, and these has to be innovative ideas, and we need to actually work on business units that actually they generate revenue for the City of Calgary. Trust me, coming from first-hand experience working with the City of Calgary, I know there's a lot of slack, a lot of taxpayer dollars that's being wasted in so many different departments, and I'm not talking from parks and pathways, from roads, from snow removal department, it's everywhere. That's where we need to take that money, bring it back, and actually put it into the right places where, like Bajurg said, we need those infrastructures, we need those washrooms, not just for the parks, at C-train stations, but that has to be done in a collective manner. We have to be in City Hall and have these hard conversations and unite councillors. One councillor cannot push the stone up the mountain. I want to bring a collaborative approach and not the functional council.
Do you want to ask anything? Just a follow-up, and thank you for both for your answers. You both said there's a lot of waste and there's money going down the drain. Is there a concrete example you can provide? And how do you work with the provincial government? Because you both said property taxes have risen, even with a 270 plus million surplus, but 17% of that property tax hike was from the provincial government, who really doesn't like to get pushed around. So how would you go about dealing with the provincial government with that? Thank you.
That's a good question. So I think personally, we need to draw the line for what the municipal government's responsible, what the provincial is responsible, and what the federal is responsible for. Right now, the city gets a lot of pushback from the province. That's not fair. So we need to define our roles, and simply, we just need to do our jobs right. We don't need to fall under what the province pushes our way. We need to stand our ground and make sure that the residents of Calgary feel the relief and not the burdens, especially in today's economy that's going on.
Okay. Oh, Gurpreet. Yeah.
So when it comes to taxes, right, 63% goes to the city and 27% goes to the province. Most of that goes to the schooling. And what happens is city ends up picking up the slack, like Raj said earlier. We end up picking up slack for mental health issues. We end up picking slack for affordable housing. That's where we need to fight for the fair share that we deserve, where province need to pick up their slack. And then when it comes to within city, there's so much staff that is sitting home right now on these benefits that they pick up. I can give you examples within just EMCS. There's officers that are suspended with pay without knowing that what they've been suspended for, but they're getting paid sitting home while the investigation goes on. We need to hold these management people accountable too, and that's my fight there.
Thank you so much. So this is the last questions. Can I ask Mr. Dharminder to come on the stage? He wants to ask everyone a common question. If you can come on the stage. Mr. Dharminder? Okay. This is to all actually. How do you feel the city should be dealing with crime in the city, especially Northeast? This is your question? Sorry, how do you feel the city should be dealing with crime in the city, especially Northeast? Extortion and drive-by shootings are increasing daily. So you have all your candidates have 30 seconds each to answer the question, and we'll move forward then. So about the extortion and shooting in the Northeast, especially Ward 5. So we'd start with...
so I can start, that's
okay,
fine, it's okay. In fact, when you look at the data, shootings have gone down in the city. If you look at 2023 to 2024, they went down by 22%. That was a 12% decrease. 2025, they've gone down. The perception of crime has definitely gone up. So when I was at the council last time, our previous Chief Newfield, I asked him straight up, and people can go look up the meeting. I said, Ward 5 population has gone up. Per capita, we are not investing much. There's okay.
Gurpreet. I think he should, he's not there. When it comes to extortion, sir, there's actual a team with Calgary Police Services that respond to these extortions, but business owners are not aware. And then we need to bring awareness around business owners. They need to come out and report more. People do not report these crimes. Q1 2025, one community in Ward 5 was number 7 in crime. What comes with it? We need presence of police force. We need presence out there.
Thank you. We need more presence of police. We need more engagement of our youth, and we need to discourage those drug sellers who are on the street, and we need to stop those criminals on the street by meeting people and with the resident and with the police services, with the peace officers, and with the non-governmental organization to funding more those who can educate the people who are living in this Ward 5, and they can help prevent these crimes.
I don't think it's necessarily the perception. Crime and theft is rising, and we see it, we hear it. Like I've mentioned previously, we need more policing, we need brighter streets, and we also need prevention programs in place. So that's what I will be advocating for and pushing for. Thank you.
So the basic answer is policing and collaboration with the people, or like make more informers, because these criminals are not working by themselves. There should be people around them, and there's some people also know them. So we should be more informative to the police, and also there is a Crime Stoppers thing where you can anonymously call them and tell them the information what you have, and that way police can do a better job for us and make us safe.
Harry Parbaji.
So, my answer is engage the youth, give them jobs. So if they are engaged, if they have the jobs, the crime will be less also. And at the same time, we can have more police patrolling, and response time should be quick. It should be lesser response time, and more CCTV cameras, more drones also. That way we can reduce the crime. So youth engagement is my main.
Thank you. So in our next...
This will be the last question. Just be respectful, okay?
So I have a direct question to Mr. Raj. This is Raj Taliwal, sorry. So there are a couple of town homes you are building right behind my property, right? There are 10 houses badly affected, and you approved that DP permit without taking our comments, right? It's not fair with us, right? You have some answer for this one?
Yeah, definitely.
Now they stop that construction. I want to tell you everyone, right now due to this election,
that's all. So no, listen.
Let me tell you this, and all of my colleagues going to go work there too one day if any of them get elected. Council is not the approval authority for development permits, sir. Land development. Sir, I'm.
No, 1 second, please. No, 1 second. Please cut the mic.
बंद कर दो तुसी जवाब नहीं दो कंटिन्यूशन आता
रहने दो यार नो एक है
I think we should stop
ये करने आए हो क्या यार
sit.